I've been meaning to do this, but it's been a while. So let's just talk about my favorite cards in the game right now, regardless of price, right? So we're just, some of them are going to be a little expensive, and that's just okay. But my favorite cards right now in MUT, let's see who it is. Are you trying to build the best team in Madden? Well, head on over to instantmutcoins.com to avoid the packs, save some racks. Link is in the description below. Use code CC now for 20% off. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here, and yes, we are talking about my favorite cards in MUT. Again, no price range or whatever it may be, just in general. That's what we're going for. Some, like I said, some will be a little pricey, some won't be. These are the cards that I've enjoyed most. I'm sure you guys will have used some of these and not loved them to the same point that I have, or maybe these are cards you haven't used or whatnot. And if you guys have a favorite card that you've used that just feels like just plays great, let me know. Put it in the comment section. Let's roll into this. Let's go. No wasting time. So it's obviously gonna be cards I have on my team, right? I mean, come on, like that's kind of a prerequisite for it. But let's talk about stuff now. You're thinking that I'm gonna say Julio Jones to start here, and I'll be honest, I haven't used him enough yet to throw him into that category. Okay, it's only fair. Like with him and Clowney, both cards super recent. Haven't used them enough to just feel that way. But for receiver, this Chase Claypool, I love this card. He has played so well for me. Whatever it is, his combination of size and all that, yeah, he's not 99 speed. I get that. That is like the downfall for him. But for everything else he does, I love the way this card plays. Absolutely. This card, and he's expensive. He's expensive too. I know he is. I do really like this card. Very similar to what Braylon Edwards would be. I give the slight edge to Claypool for me over Edwards here, even though Braylon is very similar and he is slightly faster. And I think Braylon is a really good card. And if you want to get this card, we know that the power-ups are going to be coming in on Friday in the packs. That's what we heard. Until it obviously happens, we don't know for sure. But Braylon is someone I think a lot of people should be having. And then Claypool, if he gets a power up at some point, assume he will, he'll probably roll into that *1 receiver spot for me, for like legitimately. Like he's that good. Up next we have Steven Jackson at running back. I still see a lot of people talk about Herschel Walker or Dre Archer or Kamara. Again, I haven't used those cards nearly enough to talk about for it, but for me, everything this card brings to the table is great. The power back right here with great receiving stats. The break tackle is all the way up. The speed, the excel. Great card. This card really changed. It changed the way I was able to play and do things a little bit. Huge upgrade for me. And he's cheap. He's cheap. All right, now at tight end for me here, Jeremy Shockey. I don't know what it is, and I'm running tank on him here, right? And maybe that plays into a little bit. But for a tight end in the game at this point, this card is incredibly good. I can't overstate how much I like this card. He catches stuff, he blocks well, he really does everything I feel like I need. And I'm going to look at tight ends from last year just to compare. So we got Zach Gentry, who's a golden ticket, who was not as fast, not as strong, had worse catch in traffic, slightly better spec catch, worse short, worse medium route running, and worse run block. This card is, if he was in the game last year, he's easily the best tight end last year as well. The card is just, it's really good. I know he's still a little pricey, and I get that, but if his price comes down, this is definitely a card I would expect everyone to look at. He can air truck, he really can do everything that you need. Love that card. And I'm a tight end guy, you know, I'll admit it, I'm a tight end guy. A quarterback, I would have said Favre. I know that obviously the throwing animation is kind of clutch and key there, but I think you can get away with other quarterbacks as well. I know other people will have their favorites. Some people need a lot of speed. I do prefer speed. I really do. So I can't say that I love that card. I think for me, he's the best. Do I love him? No, which means that he's replaceable. Derwin James. Is this card replaceable? I don't know. This Derwin James card is so good. He does everything amazing. I love this card. He's played so well. You wish his block shooting was a little higher at times, but otherwise, Derwin is such a good card. You can training bypass him as well, I'm pretty sure. Or if you can you? Am I lying there? No, you can. Okay, so you can. So yeah, good card. It's just a good card. Okay. Again, I would have put Jamal Adams there, but I feel like he could be replaced. Keanu Neal, same thing. I feel like I'm kind of a bit of a homer with that card, so I don't want to say anything there. Right? I don't want my bias here. Brian Poole. I feel like this is a great card for the value, especially if you can get the limited for cheap for everything he does. I really like this card. Almost at love. Almost at love. I feel like corners are so similar. It's really hard for me to put a corner in there, but Poole is as close as it gets. Then we get to Isaiah Simmons. Obviously, Simmons is just he's such a tank out there, right? So big, so fast, does everything. Now you probably have to use him, but as soon as he got his power up, I was getting him. I was putting him back on the team. I kind of missed him, just that size, the fact that he gets two balls that other players don't, and I absolutely love that. Amazing card. Amazing card. He's an amazing card. Okay, just amazing. Then I would say Ricky Jackson as well. But I feel like, again, that may be ability based where he's really outperformed for me. Same thing with Derek Thomas. I feel like maybe it's just really the abilities I'm putting on those cards. So I'm not going to say anything about pass rushers. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair to bring up a pass rusher when it's really going to be based on the abilities that you use on them. I do love Curse as a spy, but again, do I love anyone that much for a spy? Not really. So I'm going to say that those are the cards. Everyone else on the team could technically be replaced, in my opinion, right? Not that they aren't great cards or maybe even the best cards of their position, but I'm not in love with that card where I would be really upset or disappointed that I felt like I had to get rid of them. Like if I ever have to get rid of Derwin, it's gonna hurt a little bit inside, you know what I mean? Linebackers, there's basically none. Again, the pass rushers basically none, corners basically none. And which is why I'm kind of happy with just keeping with the Falcons and the players that I have. They just make sense to have on the team. It's who I want to use. So why not just keep them players you like, right? Until I find that there's cornerback is that glitchy or just performs that much better. I'm not going to switch them, right? Now that's cornerback and pass rusher. Those are kind of the positions that I'm looking at in the comment section from you guys to see who you really, really like, who you feel makes more of an impact. I don't know, but I feel like that's pretty much it. There's not much to it. Those are my favorite cards right now. I'm sure it'll change within the next month. We can do it again as we get later on, especially as golden tickets come out. But thank you guys for tuning in. Be great, and I'm out. Peace.